Hi, everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday morning. My name is Lindsay. If you don't know me, if you do know me, I miss you terribly. What you'll need today is a strap, a yoga strap. And if you usually use blocks, you might want a block or a prop or two. So I'm going to give you just a couple of moments to settle up, get your coffee, get whatever else you need, and then we'll meet on our mats in about 1 minute. So just to recap, you'll need a yoga strap, a yoga tie, and whatever other props you need. And we'll get started here in just a few seconds. For those of you who wonder what could maybe serve as a yoga tie during this time, I'm using a belt because I don't have yoga ties at my house, but you will want one even if you don't usually use it during practice. So we'll use it for a little bit of shoulder opening. You can use a belt, you could use a towel, you could use your yoga mat strap. So go ahead and just set that at the top of your mat. Awesome. And then come onto your mat and just take a seat for a moment. I'd like to do just a tiny bit of community because we are a big community now, right? Power Life has grown so much since I joined in 2014. So every Sunday morning for a really long time, I've had this 10 a.m. yoga class, and we see the same people and then new people as well. So I'd like to say that I miss you all terribly if I see you on a regular basis. And for those of you who are new friends, my name is Lindsay, and I'm really passionate about not only the physical benefits of yoga, but what it can do for your mind, your emotional state, your spirit. And that's what I continue to study. So I hope today maybe you take out some great abs, all that kind of stuff, but you also leave with a little bit more mental fortitude that you need for this time. So if you would, let's step into Ragdoll pose at the top of your mat. It will look something like this. And once you're there, I'd like you to just land. We'll be here for a little while. And if you do have your yoga music, which I've put up on Power Life's, what do you call it? Spotify, you know, the doohickey. You can go ahead and press play now. Take a deep breath in. And then take a massive unloading exhale. Begin to become really, really heavy through your body in this ragdoll pose. Let other cares sort of fade away. And I'd like to guide you through just a brief exercise of meditation while you're in this very soothing and comfortable place. Close your eyes. Come inside your experience. As you notice all the visceral qualities, all of the tangible experiences within your body, the energetic body, your breath, I'd like you to transcend your thinking mind. Begin to pull yourself out and away from whatever chaos has encompassed the globe. And as you lift out and away, you take the seat of the higher self. You sort of see this all from afar. Everything that's happening, any worries about what is to come or what will happen, they fade into the background as you take this more objective outer stance. So notice yourself away from the situation. And then not only away and up from it in this space and time, but begin to float into the future. A year, 5 years, 10 years. There's a version of yourself 10 years from now. When this is all over, when this is all done, whatever your life looks like right now, what advice would they give you for living in this moment in the present? Take a moment, listen carefully. Hello? And now that you have got that, I'd like you to think about listening really, really carefully to that future self. What are they saying? And this whole entire exercise is just so that you live in alignment and with integrity in your core values, so that we don't get lost in the hubbub, and really we can adhere to the most important things amidst all the chaos outside. So these last few moments in Ragdoll, I'd like you to set your intention. And my intention for you today is to live in alignment with who you are and these values that your future self says to adhere to, whatever they are. Today is all about alignment. So now as you take a big breath in and a cleansing breath out, I'd like you to notice the alignment of your belly button all the way out through your mouth or nose. Make sure it is elongated. And can everyone hear me okay? Make sure and comment if you can't, and I'll go ahead and tweak as we go. Awesome. Turn up your Ujjayi breath now. Seal off your lips. As you exhale, grab your strap. On your breath in, star pose with a strap. Bring it all the way up. On your exhale, big old back bend. Let the weight of your strap open your shoulders. Breathe in, star pose. Exhale, bow forward. Protract your shoulders. Again, inhale, really nice alignment, equal distance from heart. Exhale, open up. Breathe in, up. And exhale all the way forward. Let's change it up a little bit. Inhale, come up. As you exhale, lateral bend to the right. Breathe in, come up. Exhale, lateral bend to the left. One more time, each way. Inhale, up. Exhale to the right. Breathe in, up. And exhale to the left. Breathe in, come high. And exhale, sunflowers to the right. Reach over, sass your hips, come all the way down. As you breathe in, really roll up through the spine, look underneath your strap. Let's do one more on this side. Exhale all the way. And breathe in all the way. Other side now. Exhale to the left. And breathe into the right. One more time, just like that. Nice and slow, reach out of your hips. As you breathe in, come back up to star pose. Let's do one more stretch before we start to get into our sun salutations. Exhale, forward fold. Gather your feet together. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, right leg high. Exhale, cross your feet and breathe. Awesome. So you'll notice that my legs are crossed. Push down through the big toe mounds, maybe hands to a block. You can even bend your knees if this is a little bit too much, too early. This is my good morning to your body. I like to sway a little bit side to side, but do drop your head. You'll notice that I will look at the camera a lot just so that I can address you with my voice, but in no way should you mirror where my gaze is. Your gaze should be down back towards your belly button. Exhale. Breathe in, standing split. Exhale, forward fold, toes match. Breathe in, other side, left leg high. Exhale, cross-legged forward fold, breathe here. You should feel something somewhere. If you don't, walk your hands back behind you and try to kiss your shin. And then just breathe compassionately into all corners of your body. Very nice. Side to side with the tailbone. Notice how all the musculature marries with other muscles up and down, the outsides and the backsides of the body. Exhale. Breathe in, standing split. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose. Exhale, mini back bend. Really stay turned on through your front ribs. Breathe in, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose. And we are in this together, you guys. So I want you to breathe. And you know what? It's easy to cheat when you're at home and there's no one to keep you accountable. So I'm going to ask that you keep yourself accountable. And I'll hold it with you just as long. Pop up through that same inner rib line, right in here. And then pick up to the back of your head. We want to cultivate just a little bit of a shake, some heat here. And then notice your alignment. You are symmetrical from side to side. If we were to take a bandsaw and take you right in half, you would be equal. Squeeze those two bifurcations together in toward midline. Get just a little bit more of a shake. And let's see if without that heat that we get from the Power Life Studio, we can actually break a sweat. Breathe in, hinge forward. Exhale, lower halfway down. Breathe here. You've got this. You can drop to your knees if you'd like. Elbows in toward your rib cage. Exhale. Breathe in, upward facing dog. We stay. If you'd like a little rock side to side, it's a really nice way to warm up through your hip flexors. Shin up and back, shoulders pinch back. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe for just a couple of moments. So you know what it looks like. I've shown you, plus you've been to Power Life like a gajillion times. So I will lead you through breath to movement. Like always, this is your practice. This is not my practice. So as you flow, if you want to add something else in, if you want to throw in a handstand or a child's pose, those can be pretty popular. When you're ready, inhale, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, land safely top of your mat. Breathe in, halfway lift, get really, really long. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose, push down as much as you reach up. Exhale, mini back bend, maybe with a smile. Breathe in, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Really roll open through your chin. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, add some energy. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana. Get really long. Exhale, fold in a little bit more deeply. Breathe in, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Take up just gorgeous space. Breathe in, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Crisp lines, all about alignment. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now rest in downward facing dog. And let's talk about why physical alignment is so darn important. Not only does it ensure that you get the most out of your breath capacity, that's your life force, but also it prevents injury. It lets you be a yogi for longer, and it sucks so much more benefit out of every single posture. Okay, so you can feel when you really commit to something, when you really commit to that posture, or you can feel if you're just kind of giving it about 20%. I want the whole shebang today. So press about 60% of your weight up and back into your heels, and I will start Sun Salutation B with you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, right leg high. Pause for a moment. Get really, really heavy through your left heel. If you'd like to bend, twist, and open through your right leg, that can feel really, really nice. Exhale together. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe for a moment. Get really stoic through your upper body and cement in your lower body. Exhale here, left hand to the floor or a block. Inhale, lounge, lizard. Breathe. Spin to the knife edges of your feet. Retract your toes back toward your kneecaps. And then lower just a little bit through your outer left hip. Take a big breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Breathe here. Your gaze snaps into one place and then it does not move. One place. If you need grounding, it's back. If you need a little bit more adventure and a balance challenge, up. You get to pick. Breathe in. Breathe out, extended side angle. Breathe here for a moment. Let's not go all the way right away. Your body is still kind of cold. So just feel where you feel some sort of energetic challenge. And then press outer hip up and back as you push your inner thighs forward. One more exhale. Breathe in, star pose. You're worthy of taking up space. Exhale, horse pose. Breathe. Spoiler alert, we'll be here a few times. So this first round, let's take some shoulder dips. Opposite shoulder to opposite inner thigh. Press and elongate your adductors. Notice how your breath is. Horse pose. Exhale. Breathe in, goddess pose. Breathe. Lift your heels. Yeah, squeeze your outer thighs back, back, back. Elbows squeeze back to expose your sternum. Gyan mudra through your fingers, really nice and fierce. Exhale back to horse. Breathe in, star. Exhale, warrior two. Now you don't need to see me to know what warrior two looks like. Snap your gaze right over your front middle finger, and I want you to feel all that badassery that we get out of warrior two. This is your conviction. Breathe out. Breathe in, sky archer. Pause to breathe. Take a little clasp right here and just pull through your side body. And as we flow this, no need to clasp. You can just do reverse triangle. Take a big breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, all the way down, maybe ekapada. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, left leg up. Breathe. And then find some semblance of symmetry on this side. If you've been twisted open on the other side, do it here. Exhale together. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Just a brief pause. Push up through your back hamstring. Spread your front toes. Exhale, right hand to the earth or a block. Inhale, lounge lizard. Breathe. Kind of a misnomer, right? It says lounge. It does not feel like a lounging position at all. It's a lot of work, and you might feel some stretch through your outer thigh. A little bit of shake maybe through your bottom arm bone. Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Pause. Deepen. Notice how you can push your feet away from one another. Breathe in, arc back just a little bit more. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe here. Open up. You want your belly button to rotate up, up, up toward the sky. Use your bottom arm for leverage to make that happen. Exhale. Breathe in, star. Exhale, horse. Let's hold it this time. This is such an uncomfortable posture. I really don't like this posture, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have something for me. Take an exhale. Breathe in, goddess. Exhale, horse. Breathe in, star. Exhale, warrior two. Now, as we flow this, I will not flow this with you. I will cue you. You know what it looks like. Have a little bit of faith in yourself. Have just a little bit of fun with it. Before we move out of this posture, widen your left knee out just a tad. Exhale. Breathe in, reverse, sky archer. Last big stretch before we flow. Breathe in. Breath out, chaturanga dandasana. Breathe in, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Breathe in, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, lounge lizard. Look up towards your right thumb. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, reverse warrior. A little bit further back this time. Exhale, extended side angle. Breath in, star. Exhale, horse. Mean press through your hands. Breathe in, goddess pose. Exhale, horse. A little bit lower this time. Breathe in, star. Exhale, warrior two. Breath in, reverse triangle. Exhale, chaturanga. Blood should start to quicken, so should the breath. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, left side up with care. Exhale through without a sound. Breathe in, lounge lizard. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Go just a tiny bit further this time. Breathe in, star. Exhale, horse. Widen your knees. Breathe in, goddess. Look up. Exhale, horse. Breathe in, star. Clench your glutes. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse triangle. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Let's do it one more time through breath to movement. Really give it your all. Let it energize you. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, pull it through. Breathe in, lounge lizard. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Should feel just a tiny bit easier this time. Inhale, star, side bodies on. Exhale, horse pose. Breathe in, goddess. Widen your heart space. Exhale, back to horse. Breathe in, star. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse triangle. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. I skip these all the time. I just go from high plank to upward facing dog. You choose what you want to do. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last side, best side. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, come into lounge lizard. Exhale, settle back. Breathe in, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in, star. Exhale, horse. Breathe in, goddess. Exhale, horse, super low last time today. Breathe in, star, look up, gorgeous. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga. Nice job, everybody. I love the comments on here. Sunday morning yoga. Yeah, Kylie, thank you, Benjamin, for saying you can hear me. Tech is not my forte. Once you get to downward facing dog, take just 3 breaths. Notice how just a couple of moments to yourself can realign you with what's real. People try to pull us in all sorts of different directions. What does your heart say? They say that alignment is really wherever you align your heart space with. People, ideas, events. And as yogis, we just notice that. And that way we can more mindfully choose. Take a big breath in. Exhale, come down to your knees and around onto your back for core. I will let you take a sip of water. Oh my God. Yes, at Power Life, get your sip of water, get your towel. I'll get my coffee. And then for those of you who know me, there's one exercise that I think is super, super potent and we don't have to do very many of in order to get the burn on our abdominals. So come onto your back. Take a guess as to what it is. It's eagle crunches. But I want you to stay with me here. Stay with me. People try to rush through this. Tabletop your legs. Take your right leg up and over your left. Take your right arm under and around your left. On your inhale, get as long as possible. Exhale, contract. Now breathe. Don't start just right away. Lift your tailbone. Lift your shoulders. I want you to press together if you can make contact with your legs and your elbows. Breathe and get long. Exhale, crunch. You got eat more. Really empty all of your breath on the exhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Just 3 more, at least on my count. You got this. Wear a smile if it starts to suck. Trick yourself into thinking that you're having a good time. And then on this last one, tiny pulses, tiny pulses. You've got it. If you feel sensation, that's good. That means you've touched a place inside the body. You've provoked change. Breathe in. Exhale, release. And just take a moment to feel that asymmetry we should feel out of alignment. And then we bring ourselves back into alignment. Left leg up and over. Left arm under and around. Breathe in. Exhale, contract. Now stay. Stay, stay, stay. Feel everything. How's the breath? Squeeze tailbone up in space. Inhale, elongation. Exhale, contraction. You've got 8 more. You've got these. Always the option to breathe in and out of your mouth during core. Three more by my count. Stay with it. You've got lots of other people on this video doing this at the same time. Even though they can't see you, keep accountable for them. On this last one, tiny pulses. You've got it. Breathe in. Exhale, release. You can stay static or you can windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Now you all know what a crow looks like when you fly it, right? That arm balance. Let's just do it from on our backs. Big toes to touch. You'll look ridiculous, so I'll do it with you. Okay, this is what a crow would look like if the ceiling were my floor. And now pick up everything, tailbone, shoulders, and do an isometric press, elbows into knees. You've got this, you've got this, you've got this. Continue to press. This is an isometric hold. You should feel everything. And then tiny pulses, up, 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 up. Yes, big toe mounds really press into each other. Take a deep breath in. Breath out, relax. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your feet. Breathe in, bridge pose. Come up, spread your heart space. And just think about what you want your heart space to connect with in your life. What do you align yourself with? Hopefully positivity, love, all those things that we try to cultivate as yogis. Widen through your shoulders. Press down through your big toes. Big breath in. Breath out, lower very slowly. Supta Baddha Konasana, big toes to touch. Hand on heart, hand on solar plexus. And as you bathe here in all this change that you just made, I'd like to call your attention to the fact that this time and space, this crazy time that we live in, no matter how tumultuous it is, it actually tests so many of our core yogic values. The first two branches of the 8 limbs of our yoga practice. It tests our nonviolence, our truthfulness, our non-hoarding, our moderation, our self-study, our contentment, and the list goes on. It actually can be a gift if you look at it that way. The self-study, how do we respond when things are chaotic? It's really easy to be a good yogi, a good person, right? Whatever you label yourself when times are smooth. Can we keep aligned when things get a little bit hairy? And speaking of hairy, it's inversion time. Crow pose, yes? So let's do it together. If you have a different inversion that you'd like to take, this is playtime, my dears. So if something is in your practice and you're like, yes, I'm gonna get that, go ahead, go for it. If you're with me, crow pose. Awesome, and it took me like 8 months to get crow pose. I thought I was gonna be the only teacher at Power Life who did not have crow pose. So be kind to yourself. My 68-year-old mother just got it for the first time the other day. Hands wide, ugly. Onto the mat, shoulder width distance apart. Pay close attention to your alignment. Booty up in air. Walk your knees up behind or outside your triceps. And then guess what's gonna happen? If you don't hinge forward enough, your booty will not lift. Okay, your hips, at least for women, heaviest part of your body. So hinge forward a lot. Smell your mat. Engage through your abdominals and then pick up one or both feet. How's the breath? Awesome. I'll give you about 30 seconds to wrap up your playtime. If you felt it was a little shaky, go ahead, put a block in front of your face, okay? And then try to smell the block. I usually say, see if we cleaned them here at Power Life, but it's your house. So you get to see how properly you clean your blocks by smelling them, get really, really close to them. And hug elbows in, really, really hug them in. Okay, come down, shake out or roll out your wrists. It's gonna get a little bit more complicated from here, so get one last sip of water, and then bear with me. You guys ready? Okay, let's do it. Richard, I love it. I love these comments, this is amazing. Usually I just pre-record my videos, but I really like this live business. Downward facing dog, my friends. Cleansing breath in, cleansing breath out. And then drop to your knees, because I almost forgot one of the most important things that we have to do here today. Oh my gosh, I would have just been remiss had I missed this. Grab your strap if you like your strap. This will only take 1 second. Come back around onto your seat and onto your back. And then take your right knee into your chest. Awesome. Take the strap around your foot. Pull it up into the air. Awesome. Hamstring stretch, yes. Really heavy through your left leg. Now, please bring it across your body. Breathe. You can stay static, or if you'd like, you can bend and extend in a more dynamic stretch. Do you feel this? I feel this a lot. Awesome. Float back through center. Switch your hands. This time up and out to the side. Strap can come in really, really handy, especially when we do this when we stand up. Really perseverate through your left leg. We're not here for long. See how far apart you can get your heels. Great, bend your knee, bring it into center. Switch it out for your left knee. Strap up your left leg. Get some nice tension on your hamstrings. And then cross over. Some people feel a little bit more if they don't go that far. Other people like it up here. Wherever you are, bring your heel just a little bit closer to your right shoulder. Big breath into your balloon belly. Flatten your shoulders down. And you're looking to compassionately challenge your outer thigh, not to rip it off. Carefully bring your leg back to center, switch your hands, and then come out to the side. Coil down through your right obliques as though they want to meet the floor. Harden your right glute, be heavy through your right heel. How far away can you get your heels from each other? Awesome. Bring both knees into your chest. And this is important now. As you roll up, try to come up onto your tippy toes. Let's do that a couple more times. You'll need this later in class. And then make it a little smaller. Maybe just back onto your booty and then back up onto your heels. Weird, I know, but you'll need it. One more time. Okay, now downward facing dog. Thank you. Thank you for coming with me on that. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Here is your change. Inhale, side plank. You can either take traditional side plank, or if you'd like, you can take your yogi toe lock, or you could even take the inner thigh. So figure out where you want to be. Awesome. Breathe in. Breathe out, low lunge. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in, star. Exhale, triangle pose. Breathe here. Nice crisp angles. And don't just think about your body in space. Think about the negative space underneath your legs. You'll see a gorgeous triangle underneath my legs, maybe even between these limbs right here. You've got the same thing going on. Lean back. And for these last few breaths, right hand straight toward whatever in your house is straight in front of your bed. Rotate your shoulders open. Lead with your heart. Breathe in, breath out, runner's lunge. As you breathe, you'll make this your own. My husband and I experience this posture in very, very different ways. Wherever you are, just make sure that your ankle is in front of your knee. Allow time for your front hip to soften on the left-hand side. Maybe even move and have just a little bit of a water quality through your hips. They can be very, very rigid and tight. We want them to be a little bit more pliable, right? They should be strong. They need to be for our stability, but they also need that pliability of balance. Palms, please. Low lunge. Breathe out. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, Shiva squat. I know you miss me, you guys. I know it. Shake. Get really low with your right side booty. Hands to heart. And every time your hands come to your heart, you remember exactly what your intention was. Exhale. Breathe in, single leg mountain. Exhale, eagle pose. Breathe. Let's talk more about negative space. Negative space in between your elbows and your shoulders. Pull them out. Get a really nice stretch through the backside body. Let's breathe out together. Breathe in, single leg mountain. Exhale, dancer's pose. Breathe here. Keep your belly button aligned with the front of your mat. Keep your sense of humor. I always tell my students, if you fall, that means you're actually trying. This is not a performance. This is a practice. Exhale together. Breathe in, one-legged mountain. Exhale, dancing Shiva. You can take this variety. You can use your strap or your hand and use this variety as well. There should be a shake. Your body is fighting to keep up. Exhale. Breathe in, single leg mountain. Exhale, prayer twist to your right. Breathe. You can open your wings if that feels good. But do keep your pelvis in alignment with the back of your mat. Two more breaths. You got this. Sink a little bit lower. Twist a little bit deeper. Breathe in. Breath out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in, up. Exhale, downward. Breathe in your version of side plank. And pause to play. I'm getting a little bit heated. How about you guys? Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in, star. Exhale, triangle pose. Awesome. Now you guys know what I look like on the other side, and you know these well. These are not new postures. So to better ensure quality of this video, I'll talk to you rather than do it facing that way. For the next couple of breaths, please take your left hand straight toward whatever's at the top of your mat. Maybe a little bit of a microbend in your legs. Scoop them together. Energy flows upward instead of downward. Breathe in. Breath out, runner's lunge. Come on down, let's stay a while. Make something that feels really, really, really nice. Again, if you need to prop elbows, forearms up on a block, it can be a really nice magical situation to put yourself in. And it sounds weird, but it makes a huge difference to me to either tuck or untuck my toes. Flirt with it, right? You don't have to buy it. We have a really good return policy. So if you find that you don't like something, take it back off. You've got it. Let your hip joints sway from side to side. There's a reason that we don't come into the full expression of a posture right away. You let your body kind of assimilate to the shape. You don't just jar it. The body best heals itself when it feels safe. So let it preview the posture. And then as it gets more used to it, you dive a little bit deeper. Frame your front foot with all 10 fingers now. Low lunge. Breathe out. Breathe in, standing split. Look back in between your legs. Exhale, Shiva squat. Pause. Hug both sits bones in towards your tailbone. Really press this energetic glute in between your hands. Lift your breastbone and your heart up and into your hands. You've got this. Notice when negativity creeps in, that means you've aligned yourself with negativity. You don't want that. That's not what today is about. Exhale, look forward. Breathe in, single leg mountain. Nice and slow, steady gaze. Exhale, Garudasana, eagle pose, second side. Right leg up and over. Right arm under and around. Lift your elbows. Let them slowly float up. You might feel your shoulder blades broaden on your back. Now squeeze your legs together. This is a really easy posture to get out of alignment. Your hips want to shift a certain way. Pull it back just slightly. Exhale. Breathe in, one-legged mountain. Push your heart forward. Lift your knee. Exhale, dancer's pose. 5 breaths, nice and slow. Grab the inseam of your foot to open up through your shoulder. And I'll tell you, your right leg is not heavy like a sack of potatoes, right? It energetically pushes up and into the bind, and it helps to open this entire area. So we've got balance, strength, stretch. We've got all these different things coming into play. Intangible qualities like flexibility. This is a hard one to hold, I know. Breathe out. Breathe in, single leg mountain. Exhale, dancing Shiva. Breathe. Remember, you can grab your strap, you can grab your knee, or you can grab your foot and push forward. No matter what you do, notice what you want with your gaze. If you want a little bit more adventure, look and see where your right hand goes. If you want more stability, keep it at horizon line. Big toe is heavy on your left foot. Exhale together. Breathe in, single leg mountain. Exhale, prayer twist to your left. Now breathe. Breathe here, square your hips, really nice alignment, and then open up your breastbone almost as though your heart seeks light. Beautiful imagery some of these postures have. And again, not my favorite posture, but I know all the benefits of it, and we put it in here for a reason. We need that deep twist. Two more breaths. Go a little bit further. Big breath in. Breath out, forward fold. Let's take our last chaturanga of the day. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Breathe in, upward dog. Lift your chin. Maybe you smile. It is Sunday. It is gorgeous out. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop down to your knees, and let's have just a little bit of fun. I played around with this yesterday and I thought, you know what? I think people could use a little something, something different to work on too. So let's marry what we did with the roll up to the toes and maybe take it into a Shiva squat. No, not a Shiva squat, a dancing Shiva. This is what it'll look like. First of all, just practice this a couple times. If it's hard for you to get up and you don't get up, don't worry about it. Your body is still doing the same amount of work as someone who can get up, okay? Now, if you've got this and you'd like to add on, you'll simply take left hand to right foot and then roll up, okay? So we're rolled up to a pistol squat, roll up. Awesome. Remember, you have a strap, you have all these tools at your disposal. Now, last piece, the twist. Very nice. Remember, your foot works, right? If I were to let go of the foot, it would still stay up in space. Now, don't be like my stepdad and just watch the video during the hard parts. I want you to actually try it, no matter if you think you're going to be good at it or not. So let's try it a couple times on your own. This is a balanced posture. Maybe you will feel that as well. If you feel so steady that nothing can shake you, close your eyes. One more time, just for good measure, whichever side felt as though it needed a little bit more work. Awesome, come on down, windshield wiper through your legs. And then please spin around so that your knees are actually on top of your mat. Double up your mat so that you've got enough padding for your knees. And we'll basically do goddess in a prone position. You know it, it's frog. It's nobody's favorite posture, but it is super necessary, especially we have done a lot of work on our outer thighs. So let's balance ourselves out. Come into table with your knees a little bit wide. And again, this is all about alignment, okay? So if you are not aligned properly, you will not feel exactly what you need to feel. Hands on the ground, walk your knees out as far as you need to feel something that is sustainable for 10 breaths. Now, look at my ankles. If they're in, I'm not gonna feel as much. If they are directly under my knees, I'll feel just a little bit more. And I think I can go just a little bit further, maybe even come down to my palms. Let's settle in for a few breaths. We have so much agency. We have so much power to align ourselves with good things. But I was also reminded that there is universal alignment. Yesterday, my daughter asked me, didn't really ask, she said, in amazement, she said, Mom, if you didn't exist, I wouldn't exist. And we got into this whole like existential discussion about how so many things in history, so many events and people had to align to make her possible. And it's the same with you. There's something beyond our consciousness. There's something big, whatever you call it, that has come together to make you possible here today. To make you alive and electric and full of breath. One of my favorite teachers calls it an electrified puddle. But it's amazing. So even when times get hard, I have to remind myself that there's a reason I'm here, there's a reason I'm breathing, There's a reason that you are too. I think we've had enough of frog pose for today. Anybody else? Yeah? Okay. Very slowly bring yourself out, no matter which way that is for you. Uncoil your mat. Lay it all the way back out. Very nice. Let's go ahead and take legs up a wall or shoulder stand. So come onto your back. And what I'll ask you to do is either bring a block, if you have a block at your house, or a pillow, because it just feels a little bit better if you're going to be in legs up a wall with a pillow. And for my shavasana skippers, stay with me, stay with me. We're working up, to shavasana. It's the peak posture. So let yourself bathe in the self-care for just a little bit longer. For legs up a wall, your pillow will be right underneath your sacrum. Hands out and open. Chest nice and heavy, and then just trust the floor to completely support your head. Your neck muscles can turn all the way off. Now I invite you to either stay here or come into shoulder stand. If you have any spinal contraindications, glaucoma, high blood pressure, if you don't feel like it, don't come into shoulder stand. If you do want to come into shoulder stand, please start in plow pose first. Legs all the way up overhead. Walk your shoulders and your elbows in. Your toes might hover or they might kiss the ground. Come back to breath, come back to intention. And if you feel anything that resembles pain, you come back to legs up a wall, okay? Be a fierce advocate for yourself in your experience. Notice where you feel the stretch. And now with your hands firmly at the base of your kidneys, one leg at a time, all the way up into shoulder stand. And I'll be very frank with you, I have a little bit of a back issue, and it does not feel good for me to properly stack here. So I do a little bit of a modified, don't look at my alignment. You want your chest right up as far as you can over your shoulders. Pinch your legs together a lot, hug your elbows in. Big toe mounts together, just like you did in crow on your back. And then reach for your ceiling as tall as you can. This reverse blood flow really fine-tunes our lymphatic system, and it does a menagerie of other things to our body on a physiological level. So it's not just an awkward-looking posture. Something that we hold for at least 10 breaths so that it can really take hold in our bodies. Your legs might even feel fatigued after a while. That's okay. Press your chest up away from your thyroid, away from your cervical spine. Slowly bend your knees and frame your ears with your knees. Deaf man's pose. Ear pressure pose. Very slowly. Come down onto your back. If you were in legs up a wall, take happy babies pose. You can grab your feet, your ankles, something that feels good, but really do have an energetic pull down of your legs. If you came into shoulder stand series with me, fish pose is our counter. Come up like a babe on a beach. Take your hands underneath your seat, group your elbows together, sternum high, and then with legs strong, slowly coil back and open through your thyroid. Tuck your chin back into your chest. Find a spot for shavasana that feels really, really nice. It could be a seated meditation. It could be on your belly, which could feel really comforting. And then I ask you just to land for a few moments, not to think about anything specific, not to control your breath, but just to bathe and let in like all this good energy and let every bit of work that you've just done, focus, breath work, posture, attitude and intention, let it all integrate. Big breath in. Big exhale. Shavasana. I will bring you out in just a moment. Before you move, I'd like you to make an intention for coming up and out of your practice today. What are some of those values that your future self wants you to align yourself with? Can you make a dedication to live from that place as you get up off of your mat today, as you take your yoga into the world? Breathe in, stretch really nice and long. As you exhale, roll to one side. Take every little last bit of your practice with you. All the little good tidbits that you get from your personal practice, take them with you. Please meet me in a tall seat. Let's end our time together. Breathe in, arms high. Exhale, Anjali Mudra, heart center. This place of fierce reverence for this practice that has traveled around the globe in thousands of years to meet us. For each other, Power Life has been a community that I have turned to for so many years and I continue to turn to and connect with on a regular basis. And for ourselves, for having the wisdom to come and take care. I celebrate you all. Namaste. Now, before you go on with your Sunday, if you have not commented on the side, I really want to know who showed up today and say hi. So please just like say hi, like a little virtual guest book. And if you know someone who needs yoga, send them to the page. And I hope I see you guys all very, very soon. Love to you all. Stay safe. Stay healthy.